What's up, Navigating Academia family? This is your buddy Dr. J. Phoenixing coming at you to be able to answer a valued viewer's question. Today's question comes from Kavya. Kavya, thank you so much for your question. And guys, before I get to Kavya's question, please do smash that like button. And if you've watched even just one of our videos so far on this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. We'd really love to be able to have you as part of our community. So let's go ahead and get to Kavya's question now. Kavya's question is this. Kavya says, in my statement of interest for clinical psych combined master's and PhD programs, that's like a statement of purpose, is it wise to write 2 potential supervisors and the respective areas of interest for graduate work, or should I stick to naming 2 supervisors and writing more generic areas that may include both the core clinical faculties in question? I'm saying 2 because the online application asks for 2 names of prospective supervisors. Okay, so Kavya, in a case like that, what you would want to do is, if it's saying that you need 2, that's fine. What I need you to do is so choose the 2 individuals, go into their CVs, identify the last 2 to 3 years of research articles that they've published in peer-reviewed journals, and I want you to find every single one of them where they were first author, and then I want you to read those first author publications. Then I want you to read the general bios that they have on usually their lab website or their personal departmental website, and I want you to take a look and see if there's any buzzwords that keep coming up over and over again. You know, I follow a scientist practitioner model, or I follow a scholar practitioner model, whatever it happens to be. Gather up that information, okay, in terms of that verbiage, because we're going to use it, okay, in the paragraph. And usually I recommend a 5-paragraph structure for statements of purpose for fields like this. Make sure, guys, if anybody's interested in me taking a look at their statement of purpose or training you in how to be able to craft them, please do feel free to book a one-on-one session with me, especially if it's something where you're really nervous about it, or maybe you got rejected from grad school, you want some feedback on how you can improve your statement of purpose. Just go ahead and book a session with me. We'll go through it. Don't worry, I've been doing this for God knows how many years now, right? And it's always so much fun for me to work with each and every one of you. So do all that background work, Kavya, okay? And then when you are essentially writing the paragraph of your personal statement that has to do with you establishing goodness of fit with the supervisors in your program, and also the program itself, if you don't have a paragraph on that already, then what I want you to do is to be able to essentially put them in the order of the individual you would most like to work with, and then the person that you would like to work with a little bit less, even though we won't say that in the personal statement. But it's important that you essentially discuss in that paragraph exactly what it is about their research that fascinates you. It could be the population they research, it could be the methodology that they utilize to do so, or it could be the phenomenon that they're examining. Okay, so those 3 pieces of information, you really need to establish a goodness of fit between your previous work, academic work, research work, clinical work, or any kind of practical work, like in-field work, because it may not necessarily be clinical. For example, very rarely are you doing clinical work in marine biology, am I right? But in-field work would be another good way to put it, to be able to make it more general, more applicable to you. So make sure that for both of those individuals, you go into that level of high specificity. In other words, I don't want you giving generic areas. You'll be rejected. And the reason is that it's not establishing a good enough goodness of fit with each of those 2 different individuals. So really max out that specificity and make sure that the rest of your personal statement provides enough background information to establish why it is that your past academic research and clinical experiences leading up to your undergraduate years up until now when you're applying, those things have perfectly led in a very almost like a narrative fashion, right? There's a clear and concise story that says, here is how we got to the point where you want to work with these 2 individuals, because that high specificity, those high specificity areas that they're fascinated in, that's exactly what you're interested in too. And your personal statement should tell that story. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode today. Be sure to put your questions and comments below. Be sure to book a session with me down here at www.jphoenixing.com, and also check out Publication Academy, which is the world's largest set of resources to train you how to publish in peer-reviewed journals, get grants, and so forth. You can go ahead and visit us at www.publicationacademy.com. Thank you so much. Peace.